Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. Welcome to our Silicon Valley STEM for Youth Introduction to Science Bowl class. And so, quick introduction to who we are. Hopefully the screen is not blocked by any of the windows in any way. So Silicon Valley STEM for Youth, we're a group that we founded because we wanted to inspire other high school students, middle school students, elementary school students to get involved in STEM. And so we have quite a few major activities that we do. We tend to organize these summer science camps like the ones you're attending right now. We partner with community organizations to bring STEM education to underprivileged youth. And we also donate any proceeds and profits that we make to the local school districts to help them with their STEM programs as well. And so a quick introduction to the Science Bowl format. Sorry, just a bit of technical difficulties. So the Science Bowl was organized by the Federal Department of Energy in 1991. And what it is like a hybrid kind of, if you've ever seen Quiz Bowl or Jeopardy before, it's kind of in that style, except it only focuses on science questions. And how it works is that each person has a buzzer and you buzz in to answer questions. And these are lockout buzzers. So the first person who buzzes gets to answer the question first. And it covers a variety of different science subjects, such as life science, chemistry, physics, earth and space in middle school, and astronomy is a separate subject along with earth science in the high school division. It covers some topics in energy and also just pure math. And so the format of the Science Bowl is also very well structured. So in each round, you'll usually have 25 different questions. And these 25 questions are actually like 2 questions each because there'll be a toss-up question. There are 25 of these toss-up questions. And what those are what we talked about in the beginning here, again, like the Quiz Bowl Jeopardy style questions. So you have a moderator that reads out a question out loud to you. And then anyone on the team can buzz in to answer the question. And if you get it correct, you earn 4 points. If you get it incorrect after they finish reading the entire question, you get 0 points. And if you answer it incorrectly before they start reading the question, before they finish reading the question, then you get 4 points to the other team. So we don't actually subtract points for any team, so you cannot get a lower than 0 point score, but they'll send 4 points to the other team. And so this, you might notice, introduces an interesting calculus where you get the points if you're correct. And the first person who buzzes in to answer the question has the first shot at answering the question. So if you buzz in and get it correct, then you get your points. And if you want to buzz in early, so you can buzz in before the moderator finishes reading the question. If you buzz in early and get it correct, you have an advantage because you'll be able to buzz in faster and maybe beat the other team to answer the question. But if you get your question wrong, then you send them 4 points, and you also give them the opportunity to answer the question because each team can only answer the question once, no matter which team member answered the question. And so you have to really consider when you want to buzz in, and you really only want to interrupt if you're relatively confident of the answer or if your team is behind in points and you really, really need to get those 4 points and the bonus question. So once you get the toss-up correct, it's not just the 4 points for a correct answer. You also get a bonus question. So the bonus question is like a longer question. The toss-up question is 5 seconds long after they finish reading the question. But the bonus question after they finish reading the question is 20 seconds long. And you have quite a bit of time to work out a longer, more complicated question. If you get it correct, it's 10 points. If you don't get it correct, it's just you don't get any points. But notice that the bonus question is worth 2.5 times as much as a toss-up. So this is really where the meat of the points are. And I would encourage everyone to look at toss-up questions, not for their value necessarily, but just the opportunity to get the bonus. That is where most of your points are coming from, or just opportunity to deny the other team the opportunity to get a bonus and the bulk of those points. You also get other penalties for blurting and disturbing. So you can't shout at your opponents during the team. You can't distract them by drawing weird things on signs and waving them at them or shouting at them. If the moderator is reading a question, or once they're done reading the question as well, once you buzz in, they have to recognize you first, like, oh, like a captain. And then only after they recognize you can you answer. If you just randomly start shouting out the answer, you'll also send points to the other team and lose your opportunity to answer. And someone asked, do you always have a bonus for every toss-up? Yes. Every time the toss-up is answered correctly, you'll get a bonus. So next, just about the teams and competitions. So there are 4 to 5 students on each team. I say 4 to 5 because there are 4 active competitors at a single time and 1 alternate. And so this alternate here, pretty much you can substitute out at the half times and switch in someone else. And each student will specialize in 2 to 3 different subjects normally. Sometimes there are people who can specialize in more subjects or less subjects, but this is generally how many subjects students are expected to know, or the competing team students are expected to know. And Science Bowl is unique because after the regional competition, you directly go to the national finals. And by regional, it could actually be, your region could be more than 1 state. For example, where I live in the Bay Area, it's just the Bay Area. But in the South, I think the entire South tends to be 1 region. And the national finals, where you, if you get to go there, all expenses are paid by the DOE. Someone asked who is DOE. DOE stands for Department of Energy. So that's the federal agency that sponsors Science Bowl and organizes it and created it. And then the top 16 teams at the national finals, they win $1,000 to $1,500 for the school. It might be more now. The top 3 teams get trophies. These trophies are actually bowls, so that's very unique. And the finals are broadcasted live. Someone asked what happens if you hit the buzzer by accident when you're answering a question. If you hit the buzzer by accident, you have to answer. If you don't answer, it's the same as if you buzzed in and didn't know the answer. So there's no distinction between them. You can't say, sorry, it's an accident. Okay, so now an introduction to our credentials. So Andrew, the other presenter there, say hi, Andrew.
Hello.
Yes, so Andrew and I were both on the Miller Science Bowl team in middle school, and Joaquin Miller Middle School has historically had a very strong performance in the Bay Area. These are our placements from the past few years. So as you can see, we went to nationals 3 times when we won the championship twice and got a 2nd place the other time we went there. And so my name is Michael Zhao. I was on the 2017 National Science Bowl Middle School Championship team. And I'm also a USABO top 50 competitor, and I'm the founder president of the Lynbrook Science Olympiad Club and the captain of Lynbrook's Science Bowl Team B.
Okay, so my name is Andrew. I was also on the Miller Science Bowl team, and I was the team captain of our team in 2019 and got 2nd place at nationals. I'm also a USA Physics Olympiad and USA Biology Olympiad semifinalist.
Okay, and here's just some pictures of the competition. So if you get to go to the National Science Bowl, there's the actual competition, which you see on this right side here. And this is our championship photo. And everyone who gets in the top 16 also wins a certain amount of money. When I competed, it was $1,000 for the middle school teams. I think it's like $2,500 now. And there's also a non-Science Bowl competition. This is in our year, we had a cyber challenge, which is related to like computers. And you can also win money here. So in my year, we won 3rd place and $500 extra from doing the cyber challenge.
Right, yeah, so this is my team and I in 2019, a year ago, at nationals, and just some more pictures. Okay.
Do you want to kind of elaborate on all the things that you did there?
Well, okay, so we also won like 2nd place for our cyber challenge, which is like the non-science competition. So that was pretty nice. And the $1,000 check because top 16 teams.
Great.
All right.
And so thank you. And now we're gonna also introduce that year's 2019 Miller National Science Bowl, their team coach, Coach Karen, and she can add in any other insights that she wants to about the team competition and structure.
Oh yeah, hi. My name is Karen Shong. That I led the team. I was basically the coach for 2019 for Miller Science Bowl team. I was as a parent coach. I led them to the team of 5 kids went to DC, as you could see in the picture that Michael just shown. Not only just the competition itself, the Science Bowl competition, the cyber challenge competition, the kids got 2nd place national. for both of them. And they also got the 5 full day events by touring you can see the DC, those museum or the Capitol Hills, or everything is all covered by the DOE, yeah, Department of Energy. So it's pretty fun activity, yeah, except that these kids have the back of mind that I have to get back to the game. So as soon as they got back from the tour, yeah, it's pretty fun and exciting experience, yeah. The team selection is a long story. I can't really share every single details here, but once we have time later, so I can answer some questions at the end of the session, end of this week, yeah.
By the way, the whale was a team mascot, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So a lot
apparently
of
that
teams
was the
have,
lucky one, yeah.
a lot of teams have these lucky team mascots. So I guess their year they had a whale, and our year I don't think we had a team mascot. Someone asked, why can't you just keep the money for yourself? It's written out to your school, actually. So you see, unfortunately, it's not written to Michael Zhao or Andrew Yuan. So only the school gets the money. In the high school division, you also get a trip to usually one of the national parks. So you get to attend that as well.
Yeah, so one thing I want to make that is the real perk is that it's a 5-day event. The real game is just 1 day. Only the finals team, the champions or the runner-up team, got to the stage where you see the lower right corner. That's the live broadcast of the through the nation. So that's the perk that your competition get recorded through the YouTube. You guys can always browse that over and over again. Yeah, it's in the memory.
And fun fact, even if you don't get into the even if you don't get into the finals or the other rounds, after you finish your round robin, like initial rounds, you get to use that extra time to tour DC. So sometimes people say actually the real prize is not winning and getting a free vacation. But yeah, so we happen to get into the national finals there, and then that's why you see us here, and that's why you see Little Whale over here. Does the whale have a name?
The whale's name is Charlie Huang Jr. after our student, like our high school student mentor.
Yeah. Okay, so hopefully that gave everyone a brief introduction to the Science Bowl. And now we'll move on to the meat of the content. So thank you, Coach Karen, for introducing some Science Bowl to us.